So mask wearing is now apparently going to be voluntary. And that's the reality we face. It doesn't matter whether we agree or disagree with this executive order. It will happen. Kaya medyo nagugulat ako with the strong reaction that I'm seeing from the two sides. Meron tayong iba't ibang panig and it's okay. It's okay if you agree with me or you disagree with me. Wala naman tayong magagawa eh. This executive order will be signed. So, what do we do about it moving forward? That's the most important thing. And to begin with, naintindihan ko naman why this government will make mask wearing voluntary. Kasi naman, look at the statistics, numbers. We started with COVID as a pandemic. And the numbers were surging. People were dying. It was scary for everyone. That's why they did a lockdown, a full lockdown all over the world that stopped economies. People were wearing masks. In the Philippines, we were even wearing face shields. And what happened? The COVID surge did happen. Ang laki, ang taas, and so many people were dying everywhere and getting sick. It was really scary. This is what was interesting, When the vaccine rolled out and doctors knew how to treat the virus already, the numbers of cases started to drop dramatically and the number of deaths dropped dramatically. The number of hospitalizations dropped dramatically, even when all the other countries started to take out the mask mandate. In the United States, in Canada, in Europe, they took out the mask mandate, and yet the numbers dropped. In the Philippines, it's the same trend. When the masks were voluntary na outdoors, there were some people that said, oh my God, we're going to have another surge. We didn't. The numbers kept dropping. September 12, the executive order was out na voluntary na mask wearing outdoors, and yet the numbers dropped. The number of deaths have dropped and have remained flat. And so now, based on the numbers that you've seen all over the world and in the Philippines, the government decided to make mask wearing now voluntary indoors. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing because we have the tools to be able to protect us now from the virus. I want to talk about what voluntary means. Voluntary does not mean that everyone takes their mask off tapos wala na magmamask. That doesn't mean that. Voluntary means you have the free will and the responsibility to decide if you're going to wear a mask or if you're going to wear a PPE or a face shield or whatever you want to wear or what you need to do to protect yourself. That's what it means. Now, naintindihan ko that some people are going to say, pero what about the most of the Filipinos that are irresponsible? I don't believe that, by the way. Pero some people will make that argument that Filipinos are irresponsible. Na they're going to take off their mask. Maghahawa sila ng mga iba't ibang tao. And what do you do if they're irresponsible people? You protect yourself. It's the same as the driving laws in the world. In the world, not just the Philippines. When you go out and drive out in the road, may mga irresponsibleng mga drivers. Kahit na may batas na nagsasabi, ito ang batas, ito sundan natin. But you have the right to drive. There are other people that are irresponsible. What do? You drive defensively. Mag-iingat ka na. Alam mo na nga na may mga gagong driver dyan na basta-basta nagsuswerve, beating the red light. You be responsible. It's the same with this. When you cross the street, as a pedestrian, kahit nakalagay green, I have the right to cross the street. What are you going to do? Cross without looking left and right? You still look left and right because there's going to be one irresponsible driver that's going to cross the red light and it might hit you. It's the same here. That even though it's voluntary, that means that kung immunocompromised ka or your immune system is not that strong or you have comorbidities, then wear a mask. If you're going to go out and let's say you live with a 90-year-old parent, then when you see your 90-year-old parent, wear a mask. Every time you're home, if you're home with them, isolate yourself from them to begin with. Or don't go out because you know you're living with someone who is immunocompromised or has comorbidities. If you're the one with the comorbidities or immunocompromised, then when you go out, if you really want to go out, wear a mask. Or wear a full PPE if you're that paranoid. And improve your immune system. Because yun ang panlaban naman natin, laban dito sa sa virus na to is to improve our immune system. The vaccine helps to improve our immune system. We have to eat properly, work out, improve your immune system. That's the bottom line. Because statistics have shown that somebody with a stronger immune system has a higher chance of surviving this virus. And right now, you've seen that the death rate and the hospitalizations have gone down because of people's stronger immune system and the vaccine and better treatments. So how do we move forward? It's this. The virus now is not a pandemic anymore. This is now at the stage of what we call an endemic, meaning we're going to be living with this virus for a very long time. And I don't want to live in fear. I'd rather live responsibly, taking responsibility for my own health and for the health of those around me by being responsible to decide when I wear a mask, when I should go out, when I should social distance, and that I consciously take care of my health on a daily basis so that I can fight this virus that's going to be with all of us for a very long time. And that's what it means when you say voluntary, living responsibly. Anyway, I have to go.